Hello there everybody, this is General Snivy and welcome back to more of the Sonic 3 and Knuckles playthrough. In today's session we are going to be finishing up Sonic's playthrough, activate the remaining 2 Super Emeralds, and also start up Knuckles' playthrough. So with that in mind, let's get moving. Last time we started this grand adventure with Sonic and Tails in tow. We managed to collect the 7 major, or just the 7 Chaos Emeralds first and foremost. After we successfully did that, we then breezed through the first half of the game and only finished it within like about an hour and 15 minutes, which is pretty insane. Then the second half happened, and it hasn't been so easy. Especially considering I had to give up the power of Super Sonic in order to even be able to... in order to start using the power of the Super Emeralds and getting them activated. Which, let me tell you, that's not easy. We still got some serious work to do. So alongside that, we also managed to make it to the very end of the game and the very last stage for at least Sonic's playthrough. Okay, that was complete bullshit. Anyway, alongside this, we managed to activate 5 out of the 7 Super Emeralds. We still got 2 more to activate though. And sadly, there's no way we can activate them before we finish the game. We'll have to wait to activate the last 2. So anyway, the last stage is Death Egg Zone. I believe that's what this is called. This stage really is not like the last game where it was just a small little itty bitty boss gauntlet of only consisting of 2 rooms, like with the prototype Metal Sonic plus the Death Egg robot. This time we have a full-fledged stage, and just like with any other stage in the entire game, this stage has 2 acts that we have to get through. Okay, come on, let's go. Let's go. So the main gimmick of this stage is definitely playing with frickin' electricity in the electrical current system. Okay, I honestly was not expecting that to work. Oh boy! Okay, this room right here is probably one of the more annoying rooms, just because you have to ride this conveyor belt all the way to the very end. If you fall off at any point, you're as good as dead, unless you have an electric shield, in which case you can probably still get away with running from beginning to end without too much of a problem. However, you can still get shot by the wall missiles that are placed throughout the entirety of that room. I made it look easy, but trust me, it's not. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. And of course, I can't frickin' move anywhere. Just trying to get back to center. Why was that so hard? I don't know. Anyway, the reason why today's stream started a little bit later than usual, I mean by about a couple of minutes, really. Nothing too extreme here. But the reason why things started up a little bit later, it was due to some technical problems I was having, again. The last stream I've done was for Star Fox 64 speedrunning. I was having a lot of technical problems with that particular stream. At one point, the commentary just cut out randomly, completely, for no reason. So I had to restart my entire PC just to get the commentary to work again, which that was a slog. That was just absolute pain. Hopefully that won't happen here again today. I also made some adjustments to the desktop audio, so that way my voice is not being drowned out by the in-game audio, which was a thing that was happening last time. I've noticed in the recording itself, which thankfully I was able to edit the audio levels, but even so. Even so, it was still a pretty big problem that needed to be addressed. Alright, time for this boss. And let me tell you, I'm going to die now, of course. I say it, and it happens, because potatoes. Seriously, screw this frickin' boss. Thankfully, you can fight it with just 5 rings. And at least they give you that many rings to begin with. Better than fighting the boss with no rings whatsoever. Like there. Basically, if you don't have rings, you're as good as dead. Funny enough, this particular boss has 2 phases. The first phase is pretty obvious. Use your insta-shield to damage the main core of the device itself. Afterwards, dodge the spike ball mines. And just do this again and again, slowly yet surely. Eventually we'll get through this. The boss fight does become easier as time goes on, but after that final spike ball is destroyed, the main core re-emerges, or it emerges. So its defense mechanism is, again, spiked platforms and also a death laser. God damn it. Thanks, Tails. You're the best. Wow, I just panicked. Well, I'm dead. Again. Come on! Why couldn't I activate my insta-shield? Did I activate it already? And I just didn't realize it? Possible. But seriously, screw this boss. It sucks. I'm definitely not a fan. I really hate this boss. It just seems like I die so many times to this thing. Due to unforeseen circumstances such as bad RNG. And this boss does take a while to take down, and that's just for the first phase. The second phase... yeah, that can happen. If you happen to get caught while the boss is in pure panic mode, you're basically done. There's no coming out of that. Okay, that was complete bullshit. And now I'm going to die. Okay, just gotta concentrate. Move from one end of the room to the other, and I should be fine. And of course I die immediately because bullshit! All because I jumped too goddamn high. It's funny how I had about 40 lives. I bet ya, I'm gonna lose them all. Due to this one boss, right here. I bet ya. Because I just cannot fight this damn thing, especially in the second phase. Again, RNG really is a pretty big... it's a damn big factor in this fight. Again, just like I said though, once this thing goes into pure panic mode, you gotta dart to the other end of the room and pray that the platform starts spinning in the right direction. Thanks, Tails. Basically, what this boss comes down to is a game of cat and mouse, at least in the second phase. Wow, Tails actually damaged the boss. If the boss ends up getting too close to you, one thing you can do to help protect yourself is to duck temporarily. Duck until the boss stops firing its death laser. Afterwards, just repeat the process again and again. Eventually, we'll get through this. Okay. Off we go. Time for Death Egg Zone Act 2. Now this particular act is kind of reminiscent of another game that has came out in recent memory, i.e. Super Mario Galaxy. And I guess in a sense, Sonic Lost World? But not to the same extent at all, but you get the idea. Basically, the second act of the Death Egg Zone revolves around changing gravity. As you're progressing through the stage, gravity will change periodically, keeping you on your toes. Although, your controls are not changed or affected in any way while the gravity is shifted in any given direction. You still have the same movement of left and right, you can still jump, albeit you're jumping towards the floor rather than the ceiling, but you get the idea. Screw these freaking conveyor belts, I swear. I knew I was going to die. All because there's no rings in this room. Wow, this is definitely going to be a hell of a lot harder. Okay, then. There's also a lot of places where you could end up getting yourself stuck by mistake. And it's not exactly fun getting out of those situations. I'm sure that speedrunners have found a way to bypass this entire stage. Though I'm not quite sure what that particular method is. I haven't watched any speedruns of this game in particular. Just because I'm not all that interested in watching that. And if anyone's wondering, I'm not really interested in learning this game whatsoever, but that's just me. Any rings are better than no rings. Okay, what is up with this random momentum bullshit? Well, I'm stuck. There's nothing I can do to get back to the center now. Yep, told you. Okay then. I was proven wrong. It just seems like when you're in this particular bonus stage, Sonic is constantly moving to the right. Even though you're forcing him to the left, he just insists on going right. Not sure what's up with that. It's dumb. I just can't move. Can't get to the center. There we go. Jesus. Nice. Nice jackpot. That's what I like to see. Maybe we can get another life back after what happened from earlier. More than likely it won't happen, but hey, a man can dream, right? Especially if he doesn't have his A press taken away, or B press in this case. Alright, that's what I wanted. I wanted that one ring so I could get that continue that I oh so rightfully deserved. Screw this, I'm out. It would be pretty nice if I could go supersonic here, but sadly, can't do that. There we go. At least I got another life back after what happened from the last boss fight. Jesus flip. One thing I definitely am going to mention here is that I really do feel like I need a brand new PC. I've been having so many technical problems lately, it's making my frickin' head spin. I mean, just earlier, before starting this stream, one of the USB ports on the front of my tower on my PC was just simply not working, so I went to restart the computer, and what do you know, blue screen, memory management. You know, it gets random errors, at least one per day, or one every so often. The error I get every time the PC crashes is random. It could be memory management, it could be something else, like IRQ is less than or equal. You know? It's dumb. It's absolutely dumb. It honestly is. Okay. Maybe we could get a nice shield here, if I don't screw this up. Okay. Alright, that works. May not be the shield I wanted, but it's fine. Alright, time for this fun boss fight. So this one, how this is supposed to work is we're supposed to use these devices against the boss here. And we also have to shift gravity. Timing is key when it comes to this fight. Really? I can't grab any goddamn rings while I am teleporting? I don't get it. It's dumb. God damn it. I saw that one coming from a mile away. Alright. So, like I said, this boss really is a major pain in the ass. As you can see there, it has two bumpers which are constantly in motion. So what we need to do here is manipulate the gravitational shift system in a way of which we can get these machines of which this boss produces or spits out. Okay, weird. I think it was because Tails was hitting the thing in just a really weird way. Anyway, as I was trying to say, we need to shift gravity with perfect timing, basically. Again, timing is key. These machines will not be lasting forever. Plus, it takes a really long time just to shift gravity, about 3 or 4 seconds. So basically, you have to see where the boss is going and then plan in advance when to shift gravity. Of course, you can also just keep running back and forth. That is another strategy, but I believe that can only get you so far. Plus, if you don't go far enough out, then the machine is just... it's not going to work. Plus, I think it only works on one side. Then again... damn it! Then again, maybe it can still work if you hit it in just the right way, coming from the upper floor to the lower floor, or something like that. Regardless, though, it is something you can try. Ring management is also very important in this fight, too. Like, when is it not ever important? Really. What's really annoying about this fight is that these things just move so damn slow. Both the boss and the machines. These little spike tank things, whatever the hell they are. They're so slow. And yeah, you can only hit the boss with these things from the underside. You also have to time it so the boss is not producing the machine as you're changing gravity. And like I said, it just requires some strict timing. What's also really annoying too is if you lose rings and are knocked back to the very back of the teleporter, then there's no getting those rings back. Even if they are phasing right through you, it does not matter. Okay, at least that works. I believe as this fight goes on, the boss does get faster, making the timing window that much more difficult to memorize. Thankfully, the boss pattern is simple enough as it only moves back and forth. It definitely feels as though as the fight goes on, it does become easier because of the increased speed at which the boss is going. And also, the machines in which the boss spews is not that fast at all. So that's pretty sweet. Okay, now comes the real fun part. And don't be surprised if we end up getting a time over on this. Thankfully, upon approaching this area, we do get a checkpoint. So with this machine, the first phase is it'll try to grip the platforms and try to crush us with these fingers. So what we need to do is pretty obvious. Destroy the fingers. This is basically kind of like a repeat boss from Lava Reef Zone, at least for the first phase. Second phase is where things really start to get hairy. I swear to God, there's just no way to dodge that death laser. how, even if you die here, regardless if, you die by legitimate means or if you run out of time, the timer does reset. However, what really does suck about this fight is that if you do die, you'll have to do the entire thing again without rings. So, say goodbye to that buffer that we once had. It's possible to get multiple hits in, especially if you hit them in just the right way. Okay. Thanks, Tails. Thanks for scoring that extra hit for me. So again, for this... Again, what am I supposed to do in order to dodge that? Do I duck? Do I jump? I don't know. I swear to God, it just seems like you cannot dodge that without rings. So basically, you're all but screwed if you die at any given point. Maybe I should try ducking when the laser's about to fire. I think that was how I got through it before. I can't remember for sure. One thing I will definitely say is that for the final boss, it definitely has some banger music, and I love it. This same music also plays for like the first half of the third phase of the final boss during the launch phase zone. Okay, yeah. You are supposed to duck. But you're also supposed to not die, like an idiot. One other thing worth noting is that in the Sonic Mega Collection, for whatever reason, there is a really annoying glitch that can occur in this fight, where if you run all the way to the very end of the platform, you'll just phase right through the floor. I don't know why that happens or how it can happen, but sometimes it does, so be sure to keep that in mind. I don't know if this was fixed in any future subsequent releases of this game, or even in like Sonic 3 Complete or whatever. If anyone knows for sure, let me know. Thanks, Tails. It would be pretty hilarious if he got the final kill here. Okay. Oh, come on! Really? So ducking didn't work that time? What the hell? I don't get this game, I swear. This is definitely the most difficult boss fight in the entire game, and rightfully so. It is technically the final one. And like I've mentioned before, it does have multiple phases. Just getting past the second phase, honestly, is the hardest one. Especially when you're trying to dodge that death laser that's being powered by the frickin' Master Emerald. And also, being aggressive is a very bad idea. It's like I can dodge the first shot occasionally, and other times, it doesn't work out. It's really weird how sometimes it's possible to fit absolutely pixel perfectly in between two fingers and deal additional damage. It's funny how I've never been able to pull that off before until just now. Maybe it's only possible with this release in particular? I don't know. I know I could do like a quick save in between each and every phase. And honestly, that's not a bad idea. Okay, again, with the bullshit. Why is it that I can't dodge the laser about 50% of the time? It's like I duck and nothing happens. I mean, I'm able to dodge one attempt and then I get shot and killed on the other attempt. Like, what the hell is that shit about? Okay, screw this. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to make save states because apparently I can't deal with this crap. This is seriously getting so freaking annoying, it's making my head spin. You want to know something kind of funny? If you destroy two of the fingers and leave only the middle finger for this Death Egg robot machine thing, it makes it look like it's flipping you off. It's kind of funny. It honestly is. Damn it! Again with the bullshit. Well, no, it wasn't bullshit that time. Damn it! Tails, you screwed me over again, boy. Okay, what the hell? Again, it's like sometimes crouching works and other times it doesn't work. Maybe I should just try jumping. If I don't get shot and killed first. What's really annoying is that the sound also keeps getting cut out when you're constantly dealing damage. I guess jumping actually does work. You just have to time it right. I swear, F3 is probably my favorite key. Damn it! Of course. Get used to seeing that icon a lot, folks. Come on, again? with the freaking flamethrower. It just had to come out at the last second. I think I'm starting to notice the visual cue for when the laser's about to fire. Once it starts charging up its particles, and also, as long as Tails doesn't fuck me again and screw me over. Oh, God. Here we go again. Back to square one. Can't dodge the laser because bullshit. Okay, at least now I'm starting to figure this crap out. I say that as I keep getting burned. What? Okay. Bullshit. That was bullshit beyond comprehension. Okay, that was just bad timing. God damn it. You gotta keep moving, too. Otherwise, the platform will collapse under your feet, and you're just gonna get murdered. Or you're going to get burned. God damn it, Tails! There we go. Whew. Phase 2 is done. Now for Phase 3. Thankfully, the final phase at that. All we have to do here is just hit Eggman enough times, and eventually he will give up. Of course, you do have to keep moving at all times, as the platform and everything is collapsing right before your very eyes. And of course, do not die. Also, we're in the Doomsday Zone. Okay. Honestly, I was not thinking that we were even going to be allowed to come here. I think as long as you collect the 7 Chaos Emeralds prior, then you'll get access to the Doomsday Zone. Speaking of which, the Doomsday Zone is a zone of which only Sonic can partake in. No other character is able to get to this zone. Not unless you're playing Sonic 3 Complete, or if you go to this zone via level select. So in this zone, we transform into Super Sonic. And using the power of his transformation, we need to collect rings as we're going through the entire asteroid field and chase Eggman to the ends of the Earth. Almost literally. Although we are in space, but you get the idea. We also need to keep in mind that we need to keep our rings replenished, because if we run out, we die. Thankfully, throughout the entirety of this fight, you are invincible. Albeit, you do slow down. A lot. Come on! What's really annoying now is that I am most definitely going to die. Just didn't get really any rings. Yep. I'm all out. God damn it. That figures. Okay. Why did the game just freeze for a moment there? I don't get it. Maybe it was because I was de-transforming? I don't know. So the first section, you definitely want to just take it slow, but not too slow. Try not to hit too many of the asteroids and collect as many rings as you can along the way. It should be pretty obvious, but you should still keep this in mind. This way you're able to collect rings just before reaching the Dr. Eggman Death Robot Flying Machine of Death, I guess. I'm not really sure what this actual machine is called, but regardless though, it is a machine and it needs to be destroyed. Honestly, I was expecting the game to end after the Death Egg Zone, at least with Sonic, just because I didn't activate all of the Super Emeralds as of yet. By the way, to move faster, just either... or, yeah. You just push the B button, A button, or C button. You just have to do this repeatedly again and again. So basically, in order to damage this machine here within this pod, all we need to do is lure the machine's missiles all the way to the Death Egg robot. Afterwards, it will crash and blow it to smithereens. Of course, that's only the first phase of this particular encounter. You also have to be very, very quick when dealing with this. After the first phase is done, you need to race to the Death Egg robot as it's carrying the Master Emerald away. And you need to hit him as many times as you possibly can. Albeit, it's very difficult to maintain control, especially horizontal control, when you're mashing the crap out of the buttons. Wow. I can't find any rings. I'm dead. Yep. Dead again. Man, this sucks! All because I just could not find any goddamn rings, and when I did find them, I was already flying right past them. I guess if you're running low, you should try to restock on as many rings as you can and not worry about fighting Eggman until you get up to a comfortable amount of rings. I don't know if the rings around here spawn infinitely or not, but regardless though, you should still try your best to defeat the Eggman robot within a timely manner. I honestly feel as though you're going to get the most rings out of this first part here only. As soon as you reach the Death Egg robot thing that is currently carrying the Master Emerald and everything, once you reach it, there's no getting additional rings until you finish this phase. And again, you just have to mash and pray that the missiles actually go to the damn robot and not to your face. You are invincible, yes, but every time you get hit, you are knocked back. Plus, the missiles do not rotate around in a three-dimensional space. They move in the eight-directional, they're eight-directional moving projectiles. I just did not get enough rings. I feel like I need to get up to 70 rings by the time I reach this point. Yep. Didn't get enough again. Wow, I just suck at this. Just kill me. Thank you. Oh my god. What's really annoying about this is that the rings can sometimes just come out of nowhere without warning. It is absolutely imperative that you collect about every single trail of rings you see. Albeit, it is a pretty difficult endeavor, considering that rings, again, just pop out of nowhere, and every time you get hit, you are stunned and you cannot move. Costing you not only precious time, but precious inputs, which are absolutely needed for this encounter. So during this first part, I would not worry about mashing the buttons whatsoever. Just concentrate on flying and trying to grab as many ring trails as you can. Because trust me, you need every single ring. Good God, man. How is this so damn hard? Another thing, too, is I feel as though you gotta get lucky with the missile's pattern. Here we go. Got this phase down within a timely manner, though. Having only 30 rings is definitely very concerning. Just gotta restore my ring count a bit before I can even challenge the son of a bitch. I feel as though my ring count just depletes far too quickly. And there's just not enough rings on any freaking ring trail. And I can't just charge in as much as I want to. Okay, I don't know how many hits it takes to kill this stupid-ass thing, but it's far, far too many. Oh my god, I just barely made it! 6 rings left, and the deed is done. Whew, my god, that was intense. But there we go, folks. Sonic's campaign is finished. For the most part. Just again, we gotta get the last 2 super emeralds, and then we'll be on our merry way to start Knuckles' playthrough. So, obviously, Sonic's campaign is the longest out of all the characters. Well, for the most part. Sonic's campaign is the longest, followed by Tails, as his campaign ends after the Death Egg Zone. Then Knuckles' campaign is probably the shortest, albeit the most difficult. Considering that we have a pretty difficult journey ahead of us. So, it looks as though things have been returned to normal. However, there is still the alternate or the extra bit of an ending that is yet to be seen. Well, we'll actually unlock this extra piece of the ending after we head into the stage select and collect the remaining super emeralds, which thankfully won't be too difficult to do. So, anyway, after completing Sonic 3 and Knuckles, regardless if you got all the Super Emeralds or not, or all the Chaos Emeralds or not, you'll get be given access to Stage Select for your save file. And you'll be able to carry over all your lives and continues that you've had up to that point. And you're able to play through the game again if you so desire. And you can also use the Stage Select function to go back and collect the remaining Chaos Emeralds or Super Emeralds that you still need to activate and deactivate. Or just need to activate, rather. Why did I say deactivate? Because potatoes? Not really. Even so, though, that's just for Sonic's campaign. We still have 2 other campaigns to go through. Albeit, Tails' campaign is not really going to be anything that special. In fact, it's not going to be that much different than, as opposed to Sonic's campaign. In fact, it's basically the same exact campaign, just with Tails. And things become a lot easier with Tails, considering the fact that he can fly. Knuckles, on the other hand, is where things really start to get hard. But he does have his own campaign. And if you happen to have the power of lock-on technology with the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge, combine that with Sonic 3, you'll be able to play as that echidna of Krakatude, I guess. You know what they say, unlike Sonic, he doesn't chuckle. But yeah, like I said, there is an extra ending that is yet to be seen. And to unlock that extra ending, all you have to do is get all the Super Emeralds activated. Afterwards, we're done. We're done with that. Of course, we still got some work to do. Oh my! What is that? Well, that's an ominous sign of things to come. So, like I said, after we return to the main menu, as you can see, we have our clear save file here. And you can use this selection dial by pushing up and down to go back to any stage that you so desire. So, to activate the remaining 2 Super Emeralds, I'm going to go back into Zone 7, which is Mushroom Hill Zone, if I push the right button, that is, and don't go back to the title screen like an idiot. There we go. Back to Mushroom Hill Zone. So, if you load up your save file again after either turning the game off or after clearing the game, your score is reset to 0. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, we got 2 more Super Emeralds to activate, so let's get started. Here we go. This bonus stage can also be kind of maze-like. But really, it's not the worst thing ever. It's just a matter of simple navigation. Just navigate through the maze and you should be fine. Also use those bumper balls to your advantage. That's the thing with me when it comes to this game in particular. Usually... Son of a bitch. Quick load. Back to what I was saying. Whenever I play through this game, I'm never able to activate all 7 of the Super Emeralds, at least on my first playthrough. I always have to wait until New Game Plus in order to get them. And that always annoyed me. I went the wrong goddamn way. I almost said Ray. What? Apparently I can't speak English today. There we go. That's better. It's also pretty easy to end up getting yourself completely disoriented, especially with the motion blur. Honestly, I wish this thing was turned off. That would make things so much easier, but alas, it is what it is. I went the wrong way again. Good job, me. All because I jumped far too soon. I panicked. I do that a lot. Why do I panic so goddamn much? Honestly, it's because of the motion blur. I can't really see. Everything's too blurry. Maybe I need to get my eyes checked. Thankfully, I will be doing so this January, but I don't think my eyes have gotten any worse, but then again, I feel like they have. Where do we go? Done. Whew. Okay. Thankfully, I believe the game saves every time you get a Super Emerald activated and you see the cutscene. So as such, we not only earn ourselves an extra continue, but Super Emerald number 6 is now officially activated. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I think I can reset, right? Can I? Yep, there we go, reset. Okay, good. It saved the Super Emerald just as I thought. And again, I don't know why I keep doing that. I'm just so used to having B be confirmation. Okay, that was weird. Not sure how that happened, but whatever. It's fine. Okay. After we get this last Super Emerald activated, I will be showing off this extra reward we'll get. And afterwards, we will be heading back into Doomsday Zone to get the true ending. So this last bonus stage is probably the most open-ended. Damn it! I hate it when that happens. Okay. So let's try something different. Instead of activating all those blue spears immediately, we're going to use them as waypoint markers. Honestly, I think that is the best way you can go about this particular bonus stage. As, like I said, it's very easy to get completely lost in. So use them as a means of marking where you have been and what direction you need to go to next. God damn it! Okay, why couldn't I move forward for a second? Son of a bitch! Somehow it registered my input twice! Alright, let's go again. This isn't rocket science. It just requires extreme precision in very little time. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. Should have just jumped like normal. Let's try going in a different direction. It does get really damn stressful the further or the more time you take to complete these stages. Just because you get faster and faster and faster. Damn it! I thought that was a single red spear and not like a whole row of them. I swear, this stage is probably the most maze-like out of all special stages in the game. And it's probably the most difficult out of all of them. So I guess I should be glad I saved this one for last, due to its difficulty spike. Whoops, my mind blanked out. Damn it! Okay. Let's try again. Okay, not sure how Tails got out of sync there. Perfect. And done. Phew! My God, that was annoying. But hey, it's finally done, folks. It's finally done. All Super Emeralds are now activated. And with all 7 Super Emeralds active, now Sonic can be Hypersonic! And again, at this point going forward, collecting 50 rings and doing the Insta-Shield will allow us to transform into Supersonic again. Albeit, it's even better! How? Well, I believe this incarnation will allow us to move so much faster than regular Sonic. Let me show you all Hypersonic. What's different between regular and Hypersonic is that, as you can see, he moves so much faster. He has sparkles. He sparkles in the frickin' sunlight and the moonlight and everything. He's just so much more powerful. The power cannot be contained. It must be unleashed among this mortal coil. What's more is that Hypersonic also has a double jump. And you don't even need any sort of shields whatsoever to have it activated. So it's basically having like a flame shield active for free, which is awesome. Nice. Nice way to move in place, boys. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be returning to the Doomsday Zone. The reason why we're heading back there is after collecting all the Super Emeralds and getting them activated, what we need to do is head over... I did it again! We need to head over to Doomsday Zone and complete it like normal. We got 26 lives and 17 continues. So this should be way more than enough to get this done. I don't think this stage becomes any easier with Hypersonic as opposed to Supersonic, but it is something worth mentioning, regardless. Hypersonic just looks that much cooler just because he flashes like a rainbow. He has sparkles everywhere. It just is truly a spectacular display of pure power. And I love it. It's a shame that the Hypersonic did not make any additional appearances in any other Sonic game going forward, as far as I know. Not even in Sonic Mania, which is kind of a shame, really. Talk about a missed opportunity. I mean, Hypersonic is just Supersonic, except rainbowified, really. Even so, though. Even so. Oh, come on. I hate these little pellet guns that fire off of the Death Egg robot carrier thing, as they too have the same effect as you running into a missile, slowing you down severely. Alright. Let's finish this up. One other pretty big thing that can slow you down severely in this battle is definitely the asteroids that are floating around. Okay, seriously? There we go. All done. Funny enough, that was done a lot more quickly and a lot more easily. Probably because I knew what I was doing this time around. But hey, the deed is done, folks. The deed is done. Thus, Sonic's playthrough is fully 100% complete, which is awesome to see. Oh man, this has been a hell of a doozy, let me tell you. It hasn't exactly been the smoothest of experiences, but at least we finally got the job done. So, after returning the Master Emerald to Angel Island as it takes flight once more, Knuckles comes by and sees us off. Aw, that's nice. I guess you're good for something. But, yeah. That's really the only difference you get between the ending of getting all the Chaos Emeralds but not all the Super Emeralds versus the one with all the Super Emeralds activated. There is one other ending known as the bad ending, where if you don't get any of the Chaos Emeralds, or just don't get them all, I believe that the only difference is that when the game ends after the Death Egg Zone Act 2, what will happen is Sonic and Tails will just drop from space as the Master Emerald falls. However, unlike the other ending of which I got, where Tails manages to catch the Super Emerald with the Tornado 1, the Master Emerald is just gone. Like, it falls out of existence. It's strange how Sonic was able to descend faster versus not. But I'm just saying, it's weird. And again, the only difference is that for the end, you just fly off into the sunset like normal, and the end sequence will change to Eggman just laughing at you with the Master Emerald behind his back. Like, Try to take this from me if you can. Again, jerks. Just saying, though. It is a possibility. It is definitely, it's something, to say the least. Okay. So with Sonic's playthrough done, it's time to move on to Knuckles' playthrough. Time to start his file up. To do this, we will have to create a new save file, and none of our lives or continues will transfer over, sadly. And you can't just change characters on a given save file. That's just not the way it works, unfortunately. We do have to create a new save file in order to even get that opportunity. But hey, it is what it is. And also the Supersonic sprite changes too, to flash a bunch of different colors with the Hypersonics transformation. Just saying. Also, this ending sequence changes too, to having all three of the main cast right in front of the Sonic 3 and Knuckles logo. Pretty neat. Okay, let's go. Back into one player. And also the clear icon changes too. So that's something else worth mentioning. After getting all the Super Emeralds and Chaos Emeralds. So, with that in mind, let's start the good old man himself. The one who's tougher than the rest of them. They call him Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, he doesn't chuckle. The fuck? Whatever, let's go. So, unlike Sonic's adventure and Sonic's story, along with Tails for that matter, or just unlike Sonic's adventure, Knuckles just starts his campaign. He just starts. There's no intro sequence for whatever reason for the vanilla Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Funny enough, with the Sonic 3 complete, that ROM hack actually added in a Knuckles cutscene to basically work the same sort of way as it does with just playing Sonic and Knuckles alone. Just saying. We also do have to go out of our way to collect all the Chaos Emeralds and Super Emeralds again for Knuckles as well. Which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. But hey, I don't mind. I like blue spheres. I like this minigame. It can be frustrating at times, yes, but it doesn't mean I hate it. Far from it, actually. I'll gladly take blue spheres over the Sonic 2 or Sonic 1 style bonus stages any day of the week. That's just me and my personal opinion. Just saying. So for whatever reason, despite the fact that Knuckles can grab Chaos Emeralds, and also the fact that he basically stole them all from Sonic upon him reaching Angel Island, why is it that he has to collect them all again? I don't get it. I honestly don't get how he doesn't have them right at the start. So with Knuckles, unlike Sonic, and no, I'm not going to finish that sentence, I'm just saying, unlike Sonic, Knuckles moves a bit slower than Sonic does. Not only this, but he also has higher strength, meaning that he's able to break through certain obstacles with greater ease. So rocks that would normally need to be spin dashed into, well, he can just run into them and just bust right through like they're frickin' rice paper. It's that insane. Another ability Knuckles has is the ability to glide. Gliding allows Knuckles to just glide through the air temporarily. What's really cool about this glide ability is that if you hit a wall with it, you'll be able to climb up and down the wall. I'll go ahead and demonstrate here. Boom. That easy. Climb up and down the wall until eventually you reach the end. It's literally that easy. It honestly is. You should totally try it. No, you shouldn't do that in real life, but you get the idea. Okay, let's go. Damn it! Let's try again. All because one of my directional inputs was eaten and just did not register for some weird reason. Anyway, Knuckles' campaign is technically a little more difficult than that of Sonic and Tails' campaign, just because, unlike Sonic and Tails, Knuckles cannot take certain paths. Also, bullshit. My input got repeated. So anyway, back to what I was saying. There are certain paths in which Knuckles cannot take, just due to the fact that he doesn't jump as high as Sonic or Tails. So he has to take a couple of different routes. He has to take completely different routes in order to reach his end goal. The bosses are the same for the most part, with a few exceptions. And we'll be getting into those as we get into it. This motion blur is going to be the death of me. Okay. There we go. All done. Phew. That was intense. But hey, that's Chaos Emerald number 2. Just like with Sonic, he too can transform into a super form once all 7 Chaos Emeralds are collected. Oh my god, come on, get up there, thank you. Okay, that was bullshit. So, unlike Sonic, you actually have to take a completely different path in order to reach the end of the stage. As if you try to go up, you just simply can't. Knuckles just breaks that rock right there, and so Knuckles has to proceed this way. The boss here is the same as the vanilla version. Albeit, I think it has some new attack patterns. Although I can't really say for sure because I killed it super quickly. At least before as Sonic and Tails, but even so. Just saying. Okay. Act 1 is cleared. On to the next. So, Knuckles' Act 2 at the start here works a lot differently than Sonic and Tails' Act 2. As there's several... God damn it. You have to climb through several places throughout this route. Of course, there are some platforms along the way that you can take. God damn it. Another thing worth noting, too, is that unlike Sonic, who can utilize the power of the elemental shields, Knuckles cannot. He can't use the elemental shield's abilities to, like, double jump, ground pound, or anything like that. Instead, it just acts as an extra hit for him. That's it. That's all it does. Also, screw you, game. Screw you. Honestly, I kind of knew I was going to die at some point just because having 0 rings always means instant death. Always. Especially if you go too fast and then an enemy just appears out of nowhere and surprises you. Okay. Another thing worth noting about the glide is that it can also be used as another means to attack enemies if you happen to hit them from below. So, that is another way you can get rid of them pretty quickly. Also, bullshit. Okay, what the hell? Why am I just stopping? That was weird. Okay. Knuckles also has some additional platforming challenges for his routes. So that is something else you will have to keep in mind. Wonder... Okay. I wasn't sure what was down there. I was thinking maybe it would be something neat. But no, of course it wasn't. Why do I always do that? Alright, time to fight Eggman. Or this Eggman Robo thing. So, Knuckles' campaign, instead of fighting Dr. Eggman, you're actually fighting this robot the entire time. So that's actually pretty neat, how Knuckles actually has a different enemy altogether. One thing I really wish Knuckles could do was punch enemies. God damn it! Wow. I'm really going to die and have to restart Angel Island Zone. Wow. I suck. Wow. Talk about an infinite spawn trap. God damn it. Well, there goes that continue that I just earned. Well, this sucks. Especially considering that we haven't made it outside of this damn zone yet. And we still got a freaking long-ass way to go. Come on, man! I just can't move anywhere! How am I having such a hard time with this? It's just some enemies I have no choice but to take a hit on. Alright. Let's take our time. What? Okay, that was bullshit. So, one thing worth noting is that the boss fights, for the most part, are entirely different. Well, not entirely different per se, but different enough in the sense of they have completely different attack patterns. Phew! Alright, at least we made it through this. Made it through Angel Island Zone. Onward to Hydro City. I kind of wanted to show a different route for this, but oh well. I can still technically do that. Okay, maybe not. Also, for whatever reason, Knuckles still cannot swim, unlike Sonic, who can. Not sure what's up with that. It's kind of dumb. As well as that. I hate those random springs that take you to God knows where. Maybe if I end up drowning, I'll be able to show off a different route. Okay then, never mind. Also, for whatever reason, it's just so much harder to, it's a lot harder to hold on to your rings. As Knuckles, for some weird reason. Isn't there a platform up here? Yeah, there is. It's just reaching it is pretty painful. Okay, there we go. Wow, I'm surprised I managed to get both of those. Hello. Also, with Knuckles' additional ability of being able to glide, it does make finding the special ring or giant rings to enter these bonus stages that much easier to find. Although you don't have any sort of radar to tell you, hey, this is where one is. It does grant you additional movement options which allow you access to these stages more efficiently. It still doesn't mean I'm going to be able to find every single one of these. Especially within a very timely and efficient manner. Gotta love having inputs eaten for no reason. Done and done. Well, at least we got to continue back, so that's great to see. Well, that was definitely painful. But hey, at least we got 3 Chaos Emeralds up to this point. Alright. So this boss doesn't really change all that much. In fact, it's basically the exact same. Oh, great. Now I'm gonna frickin' drown. That was too close. I say as I die, goddammit. Man! All because of Knuckles' inability to frickin' jump high in the air. Basically, in order to be able to jump out of the water, you have to spin dash. Also, I believe this fight is going to take longer than both Sonic and Tails' encounter. Also, it is possible to die and drown as the sign is dropping down. I'm not sure if that would result in a soft lock, or if you have to restart the boss battle. Regardless, though, I don't intend on finding out anytime soon. By the way, I believe that extra life I got there wasn't there in Vanilla Sonic 3. Instead, all that was there was an evil spring that threw you backwards. And hitting that spring just means instant death. Alright. At this point, it's basically business as usual. At least for now. Of course, I want to try to show off as many extra routes that I can with Knuckles. Especially given the fact that he has such a... I don't know. I don't know what I was trying to say. I think what I was trying to say was... Given the fact that Knuckles can glide and everything, it should be much easier getting around trying to climb from place to place. Though it isn't going to be perfect. I thought maybe I could grab onto that wall and climb down, but no. Doesn't appear that I can do that. That's unfortunate. Also, I guess one other thing worth noting is that the drowning music for this has slightly changed. I guess they changed it to not sound so stressful. Come on, stop bonking. Okay, fine. Apparently, I can't climb up that wall for whatever reason. I also wanted to try to show off a different route here, but apparently I can't do that either. Come on, game, really? Why do you have to be mean? One thing that's pretty strange is that the item capsules that are around here They've all changed to a red tint for some weird reason. I guess it's to signify your character's aura? I don't know. Regardless, though, it is pretty strange how, excuse me, how the boxes just change. Your guess is as good as mine as to why that occurs, but it does. I knew that was going to happen too. I just saw that one coming from a mile away. Come on, game. You couldn't let me get up there. You can also say screw some of these platforming segments just by climbing the wall if you so wish. I thought I soft-locked myself, but thankfully that wasn't the case. Also, remember that one area where Knuckles hit a water switch? Well, you can actually just bust through the wall as Knuckles and just continue on your merry way through the rest of the stage. Which is pretty neat. Let's see what else this stage has to offer. Probably nothing much, unfortunately. Just some, pits of spikes that we need to glide over with grace, which I apparently can't do to save my hide. Okay, here we go. Now it's time for this boss encounter. I believe this boss works the same exact way as it did with Sonic's story. Or Sonic's adventure. Again, it has the same sort of weaknesses of allowing you to just utilize the bombs of which this egg robo just drops down. And you can also use the whirlpool too, albeit it is at a much shorter height this time as opposed to last time. God damn it. The problem with this is that I keep going off screen and thus I can't see myself. Okay, that was complete bullshit. How did that happen? I don't know. Am I really going to time out due to this crap? No, but we are getting kind of close to that time limit though, and I don't like that. One other pretty annoying thing about this fight is that there are no walls that you can cling onto, so there's no way you can cheese this fight. I think many of the bosses in this game are basically built the same sort of way. So that's something else worth mentioning. Whew. That was pretty hairy though, not gonna lie. Alright, off we go to Marble Garden Zone. The name of the game here is basically the same for Act 1, I believe. Act 2 is when things really start to get interesting. What the? Okay. Somehow I found a unknown zip that really did not benefit me at all. All because I went a little too fast. Weird. Still, that was pretty neat. With proper zip utilization, you'll be able to complete stages extremely quickly. Great job, me. Why did I do that? Again, why is it that sometimes Knuckles just suddenly stops when he's rolling down a hill? Like, dead in his tracks. What's up with that? Probably one of the most annoying bugs I've ran into when playing this game. Also happens with Sonic 2. How did I die?! Someone please explain this to me! The thing was clearly up in the air. There's no way I should have died there, and yet I did somehow. What the hell? It just seems like whenever bullshit happens in this game, it always happens to me and only me. Why is that? Why am I such a bullshit magnet? I don't get it. Okay, this particular area over here, I believe is exclusive. I think that is a Tails exclusive route. As the walls there are covered in spikes and there's really no way for Knuckles to proceed. Sure, he can climb the walls, which is nice. Then again, I think I'm screwed. I don't think there's any way I can proceed now. Oh, there we go. I guess in that instance, it is possible to just glide up a hill. You just have to keep doing it again and again in a perfect rhythm. Okay. I'll take it. Ouch. Whatever, no big deal. We'll just roll with it. Roll with it. So, I guess one thing worth mentioning, when navigating through Marble Garden Zone, you should definitely be careful of which platforms you raise from the ground and which ones you don't. As those platforms could be risen up far too high, and you could end up getting yourself screwed over. Big time. Okay. It was that easy. It's kind of funny how I managed to just breeze through Sonic's campaign and get a truckload of lives throughout the entire adventure, and yet I can't do the same with Knuckles. All because I can't hold on to his rings. Just can't do it, no matter how hard I try. Back up. Okay. That'll work, I guess. What's this way? Another path I see. But it looks like that too is a path exclusively only available to Tails. Just given the fact that you have to fly quite a ways. By the way, there are still some walls of which Knuckles still cannot pierce through with his brute strength. So that is something worth mentioning. It does kind of suck, but it's just the way it is. You still have to use the power of the tops here in order to even be able to utilize them proper. Just saying. Okay. Is it me, or does it seem like Knuckles can only have access to one of the bonus stages and not all of them? Then again, maybe I just got that unlucky. Alright, so this first act boss fight, things really change up here because, unlike Sonic, you have to ride these spike platforms in order to reach the boss, which is a lot easier said than done. You also have to dodge the frickin' stalactites or stalagmites, I don't frickin' know. And of course, having a shield is all but essential. Oh, come on! That's complete bullshit! Okay, let's try again. Again with the bullshit! Remember, having one ring is essential to your survival. Here we go. Kind of surprised I managed to get that last hit in. Jesus. That was stressful. The reason why I made a quick save there was in case I would get a game over or something. Okay, why couldn't I glide? I'm not sure if there's something over there. You would think they would put something here. I guess not. Well, so much for that. Guess that was all for nothing. Now, this area, again, looks like it's a Tails exclusive route. Okay, so just like before, when we first went through this zone, Knuckles 2 has to go through this sort of pseudo-escape sequence of sorts, except the stress level is probably that much higher. Just do... Neat. Extra life. Just what I needed. Anything else in here? Yeah, there is. Again with the bullshit of just randomly stopping for no reason. What's this way? Well, a checkpoint. Cool. maybe we'll be able to get another continue here. I say maybe with a huge asterisk. Just saying. Yay! Another frickin' extra life. Jesus flippin' H Christ. Plus we managed to get another continue too. So that's pretty cool. Oh, come on. Really? Okay. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Thank you. Thank you for the nice rings, boys. Okay, I'll take it. At least I got one more life and another continue out of it. So, that's awesome. I guess this top is here for when you go back this way. I do remember there being a bonus ring in like a lower route. I'm not sure if it was in this act or the second act. Yeah, here's what I'm talking about, right here. Okay, let's go. Okay, that was clearly not the best of ideas. I thought of maybe trying something a little different to see if I can maybe going for a perfect would be possible. It definitely is possible, but should I really stress over it? Honestly, I feel like I should in this instance, just because I'm not really that good with Knuckles. Done and done. Another perfect score. Honestly, I was kind of worried that that was going to bite me in the ass. Thankfully, that wasn't the case. Phew. Alrighty, folks. 4 Chaos Emeralds down, 3 to go. This is when things are really going to start to get interesting. Especially considering that finding the last couple of them are going to be... It's going to be pain. It's going to be pain and misery all over the place. Okay, that was complete bullcrap. Whoa, okay. Weird stutter much? Not sure what was up with that. As I mentioned earlier, I've been having a lot of technical problems lately. And it's been driving me to a frickin' breaking point. It honestly has been driving me quite insane. I definitely feel as though I need to get a new PC as soon as humanly possible. I know I'm gonna die in a second, aren't I? Okay. Maybe not yet. Kind of weird how we haven't seen Mr. Egg Robo very much throughout the course of this stage. I thought there would be something over here. Guess not, it's just a death trap. Alright, well that was kind of lame. You would think that the hard-to-reach places such as that can lead you to a pretty big treasure, but sadly it doesn't. Wonder what's up here. I think this path is exclusive to Knuckles. Yeah, definitely looks like it. For sure. Yeah, definitely a Knuckles exclusive path. So, pretty nice find, all things considered. Alright, as far as how we're going to get out of this room, it really doesn't take a genius. Okay. One other thing worth noting about Knuckles in the Marble Garden Zone is that the stage boss for Act 2 changes quite a bit. Oh, god damn it. I'm dead. Okay, I don't know how I made it out of there with by the skin of my teeth. Whew, that was stressful. Okay. This is where the boss fight changes completely. Unlike last time where we took to the skies to fight the Eggman, This time we're actually fighting him underground. Well, technically we're fighting the Egg Robo underground, but you get the idea. All we have to do is time our jumps just right after he digs his way through the ground, and boom, baby. What's really weird is that the boss music is not the same as it normally is. Instead, it plays the Stage 1 boss music. Okay, I'll take it. Ow. Okay, that was bull crap. Whew. Okay, boss is done. Whew. Okay, that's Marble Garden Zone, folks. Overall, mostly the same as Sonic and Tails' campaign, except the ending is much different. So after that, we then proceed onward to Carnival Night Zone. Carnival Night Zone Act 1 plays a lot differently than Sonic's campaign. The reason why it plays so much differently is the start of the act is a lot different versus Sonic's, for sure. And so it can be really disorienting trying to figure your way around. God damn it. Okay, not too bad of a bonus so far. Honestly, this bonus stage is definitely the best stage to go to rack up lives. Albeit, it is the most difficult to do so because you're constantly fighting gravity. Okay. Okay. I think eventually we will reach a point where we almost intercept with Sonic's route when it comes to this stage. I could be wrong, but I think that's how it's supposed to work. This thing's gonna kill me, isn't it? Okay, I guess I was wrong. The entire first act of Carnival Night Zone is so much different in comparison. And of course I die. Why the hell would I expect anything less? I'm just that good at the game as Knuckles. Well, this is definitely one of those stages where you basically have no choice but to use save states. Well, not really. I think the main difference between this incarnation of this boss versus Sonic's is that he does his little electrical thing a lot more often. Plus, it's more difficult to dodge. Okay, what the hell? Why can't I dodge this goddamn thing? It's really annoying that we have to do this boss fight with no rings, too. Also, bullshit. This is not a hard boss fight. Come on. Of course, the electrical dildo kills me. I panicked. I panicked and jumped when I shouldn't have. Okay, I'm curious. Can I just go backwards and find a ring or two? Because I definitely would love to have at least one ring. Please? Of course not! There is no such thing as a free ring in Knuckles' playthrough. Hell no! It's like, you gotta do this without taking a single goddamn hit. Which is complete bullshit. Why do you have to do that? God damn it! All because I jumped on the goddamn platform and I got stuck! I should have a dedicated soundbite for loading save states. Should be like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's exactly what it should be. Okay, clearly there was no electrical circuit on that side, but of course, when you see an electrical circuit, regardless of which side you hit, it always goes off. Okay, I had no idea I could do that. I didn't think I could. There was no electrical circuit going on! That was bullshit! I think another very big difference between this boss fight versus Sonic's is that you have less platforms to stand on, so you have to defeat them that much more quickly. I want to re-expand this electric dong, but I can't! I panicked. I always fucking panic! Due to the stupidest shit, I swear to God. That time I was too aggressive. Do I really need to create a save for every goddamn hit? No. That's just ridiculous. I shouldn't have jumped. I shouldn't have jumped. I know there's technically a rewind functionality, but I refuse to use it. Again, too aggressive. He was on one side of the area, I was on the other side. That was bad. There was nothing I could do! I was just caught between a rock and a hard place. Again, the game just fucking killed me. That was bullshit. So, another pretty annoying thing about this fight is that you cannot climb on these walls at all. It looks like you should be able to, but you can't. Okay, what the hell, game? Hit the enemy! Wow. I got it caught in a state where there's no way it can hit the boss. Reload. You gotta love being soft-locked for no reason. Why does this fight have to be so damn difficult? Okay, that time I attacked far too early. I don't know what I could have done differently there. I feel as though this spinning top of death is more random than Sonic's encounter. Okay, again with the bullshit, game. Enough with the bullshit. Why am I struggling so damn much with this fight? This should not be that fucking hard. It's not! Of course, Electric Dildo killed me again. How many attempts has this been? I've lost track. There was nothing I could do there. Nothing I could do. Except just die. There we go. Jesus Christ. How is it that freaking difficult? Jesus. That was annoying as crap. Now then, onward to Act 2. This act is basically going to play out mostly the same as Sonic's Act 2 of Carnival Night Zone, except there's no underwater section, and there's also an exclusive route only available to Knuckles. Okay, what the fuck? Why did I face the wrong goddamn direction? Who wants to place 20 bucks and gonna die within the next couple of seconds? Well, if you guessed that, then you win! Congratulations. I can't. I just can't. I can't hold on to my rings. I can't do anything at all. I guess one other thing worth noting is that Knuckles in this game has the same speed properties as both Sonic and Tails. So he definitely has potential to go fast, for sure. Okay. So you may be wondering, what is the point of going back this way? There's definitely a point, trust me. God, timing on that is just so damn strict. Okay. So really, the only reason why you would want to go back that way is to get some additional ring capsules, and that's really about it. Other than that, though, there's not much of a reason to go backwards like that. Also, it's not possible for Knuckles to enter Sonic's route by normal means. Note that I said normal means. There is technically a way, but it actually involves activating a cheat, which I will be showing off at the very end of this playthrough if I possibly can. Of course, getting that far is another task within itself. Okay. Back up. Nice. Just what I needed. Okay. That'll work. At least I managed to get another life out of that. So, that's something. It seems to me that Knuckles just cuts through a good majority of Carnival Night Zone Act 2 just because his route just speeds through the stage that much more quickly. And as you can see, there's no boss fight here. Weird. It's just get to the end of the act and you're done. Alright, off we go to Ice Cap Zone. Getting through here is definitely a lot different than Sonic's variation, for sure. Unlike Sonic, who drops in via cannon, Knuckles takes a teleporter, which I don't know how he manages to do it, but he did. It's neat. For the most part, the act mostly plays the same, with some exceptions, obviously. Considering that we're playing as the good old Knooks. Knuckles obviously has some pretty big advantages over Sonic and Tails here. There's also an area of which is only exclusive to him. And I believe this is it right here. Yep. God damn it. I really hate how, if you don't activate your glide right away, you just drop like a rock. God damn it! All because I didn't take it slow enough. Man, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to find all the Chaos Emeralds by the time this game is done. That definitely concerns me. Can we get another continue, please? God damn it. Oh, come on. I hate that random momentum bullshit. There we go, that's better. And there we go, another continue. I'll take it. I'll gladly take it. At least we have another continue to work with now. By the way, I believe it's possible for Knuckles just to bust through the ice and then continue on this merry way without any assistance from the environment. So it's possible to get through that section more quickly. What's also pretty neat is that Knuckles can just bypass certain sections of the level. Like here, for example, where you would have to push these things again and again. Well, you don't need to. Besides, I believe it's not possible for Knuckles to ride that all the way to the top anyway. So instead, we have a different route for him to take altogether. And also a somewhat different boss fight, but not really. It's more or less the same as before. It would be nice to be able to reach this thing and attack it again while it's still spinning around. For the most part, you can get at least 1 to 2 hits on it if you're lucky. And if this thing happens to fly right by you, you can also attack it when the rocks are spinning horizontally rather than vertically. Here we go. All done with that. Whew. That was something. Alright, on to Act 2. I believe this act plays a lot differently versus Sonic and Tails' Act 2. As I believe most of this level takes place underground. And there's also a lot of places where you could end up falling into the water and dying. And that's bad. That is really, really bad. Now I'm curious as to what's up here. Doesn't look like much of anything as far as I can tell, but I have been wrong before. Okay then, it was just a load of nothing. Dang it! You would think they would put something there, like a secret giant ring or something, but no, apparently not. Figured as much. Okay. Thankfully, I believe this stage is just about done. Okay, cool. We've just about reached the end, boys. That's good to see. I believe the remainder of this act is the same as it is with Sonic and Tails. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is how it works. Also, giant ring. Yay! Here we go. Next bonus stage. God, that took quite a long time to find. I'm kind of surprised it took us so long. Okay. Done and done. Whew. That was pretty scary, not gonna lie. Alright, 5 emeralds down, and hello! I can't really read your name due to the font color. But regardless, hello and welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. As you can see, we're quite a ways into this game as Knuckles for the time being. And we're about to head into the launch base zone. Dang it. Of course. So just like before, this boss right here is pathetic. Pathetically easy. Just charge in like you normally would. Bada binga, bada booma. Easy. Okay. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh, hello. We have a new follower. B Baby Bear 01. Thank you so much for the follow, man. Highly appreciate it. I apologize that the alert was covered up. I guess it's because of the way I have my display captured layered. I'll fix that for future streams. So, nothing to worry about there. I am aware that this was a problem. Didn't even think about it, so my apologies. Regardless though, thank you so much for the follow, man. I highly appreciate it. Alright. I'm gonna see if I can at least finish up a launch base zone with Knuckles. And if I can't, then oh well. We'll worry about that next time. Because we are getting kind of close to the 3-hour mark, like within the next 20 minutes. That'll work. I don't believe this stage changes very much compared to Sonic and Tails' playthrough at this stage. It basically plays the exact same as it does normally. Okay, here's one cool thing that you can do. That is this is the best stage to rack up lives, and I mean a lot of lives. Not exactly. I'm actually playing the Steam re-release of this game. So, yeah. That's the reason why, that's the reason why I'm playing the Steam re-release is because this is, honestly the best way to play. In my opinion, anyway. And to make that experience that much more authentic, I'm using the Sega Genesis 3-button classic controller that came with the Sega Genesis Classic. So, like I said, this is definitely the best way of racking up lives. Yeah, I also have Sonic Mega Collection on PS2, but I'm choosing to play the Steam release because I don't feel like hooking up my PlayStation 2. And the PlayStation 3 I have is not backwards compatible with PlayStation 2 games, unfortunately. So anyway, like I said, this is the best place, the best stage to rack up lives. The reason why this is so good is because as you're sitting here charging up a spin dash constantly, enemies will try to charge in at you kamikaze style, and eventually you'll start getting like 10,000 points for each and every single kill. And for every 5 that are destroyed, you get an extra life. And you can do this for as long as you want. Eventually, your time will run out. You literally just sit here for like 10 minutes. I think I'm just going to go ahead and sit here for a bit. Or at least until my thumb gets tired. I want to rack up as many lives as I can sitting here. Although having 15 lives sounds like a good amount to have. Considering that I had more than like 30 by the time I finished Sonic's campaign, or got to this point within Sonic's campaign, I feel as though it's a better idea just to sit here and rack up as many lives as you can. You can also do this much earlier on, like as soon as you enter the stage with its first alarm that you trigger. After you do that, then bam! You can sit here for as long as you want. Alright, maybe I'll just sit here for until I get up to 30 lives, and then afterwards I'll go. Although, if I keep going at this rate, I'm probably going to end up timing out before finishing the stage. I don't even remember where the last checkpoint was. I can make a song out of this! Okay. I'll stop doing that. Maybe I'll just work with 25 lives. Yeah, that should be good. Let's go. I am, it looks like I am going to be timing out, unfortunately, just because I sat there for so long. But then again, when there's a will, there's a way. And thankfully, if you do end up, timing out, when you respawn at the last checkpoint, you will, thankfully, your timer resets back to 0. So, abuse it to get lots of points very quickly. Just saying. So, the ending of this stage, though it is mostly playing the same as of right now, trust me, once we reach the end, things are going to be much different. How different exactly? We shall soon see if we manage to make it that far, without either timing out or getting killed. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Okay. There's also a pretty sweet time bonus that you can get if you manage to defeat the end act boss with a time of 9 minutes and 59 seconds. Of course, getting a time bonus like that is incredibly risky just because of the nature of time limits and everything. Just saying. And at around the 9-minute mark, the time will start flashing saying, "Hey, hurry up! You're going to die if you don't finish." If you don't finish within the next minute. Okay, so Knuckles' ending, unlike before where we go inside the building, we actually have to climb on top of the building in order to reach an underground area. Alright, here's where this boss fight differs. Instead of fighting one of these things, we actually have to fight two of them. And I have a feeling that this is going to be another one of those instances where I have to defeat the boss with the 0 rings. Hooray. Okay, never mind. Thankfully, that's not the case. But seriously, though, you do have to climb the wall in order to even reach this area. At least over here they give you a checkpoint. Not sure why I didn't even think about activating that before. And unlike all the other boss fights that we've done up to this point, this one we can actually climb on the walls. Okay. Apologies for the random Reddit pop-up. Shut it. Okay. So, the only advice I could offer for this fight is try to hold on to that at least one ring throughout the entire fight. Thankfully, it does get easier as the fight goes on, because you'll eventually knock off one of the spike balls off of these machines, and then afterwards, the deed is done. Whew. Too close for comfort. That's for sure. Alright, Launch Base Zone Act 2. This is where things really start to get fun. So basically, the entirety of this stage is a lot different versus Sonic and Tails' campaign. The reason as to why and how it's so different is simple. I believe for the majority of this, we're underground. Eventually we will return to the upper ground and back to the main world, but for the most part though, we are underground. Also, yay, more lives, please. Maybe another continue or two. God damn it. Why does this always happen to me? always. Has anyone ever had that rotten luck where you get nothing but Eggmans on the roulette wheel each and every single time? God damn it. Well, so much for getting another continue here. All because of bad springs and shit. I'm not sure what I was trying to say there, honestly. Maybe I was thinking in my mind, like, wow, this is really different. A lot different than what I remember. It looks like, unlike the previous water pipes that we've taken before, this one raises the water. Okay, bullshit. Wow, I'm really gonna die here, aren't I? I'm gonna drown. Yep, I'm gonna drown. All because I lost my water shield. Of course. Only me! And why does that enemy have to be there? Seriously. It is so badly placed. Keep calm, and we can get through this. You just gotta race the frickin' water. I say as I fail miserably, and I'm going to drown again as a result due to these attacks. Again, I swear to God, you just can't not get hit by that thing. Ever. Okay, thank God. Looks like this is another Knuckles exclusive route right here. That's neat. Whew, okay. Alright. This is when things really start to get fun. As the rest of this level really shouldn't be that much... Yeah. So, unlike Sonic's boss fight here, this one you jump straight into the second Sonic variation right away. And the boss fight basically it plays the exact same, just like before. Just again, you gotta be careful with okay, what? That was complete bullshit! Seriously, what the hell? Well, that was my dumb fault for doing that. God damn it. I think another thing that was added to this boss fight was the electrical thing. Maybe it's also in the Sonic variation too, except it spins a lot more quickly with Knuckles' variation of this fight. Plus, I believe the lasers shoot faster and more often, too. I had a feeling that was going to happen. I thought that he was going to fire his laser that much sooner, but I think it has to get like a direct line of sight on you. Okay, let's try again. And not get completely destroyed. Seriously, why can't I damage him right away? What the hell? Okay. God damn it. I'm screwed. Okay, never mind. That actually worked out. Whoa, hi! He's not done yet. And of course I die immediately, because I'm just that good at the game. After defeating that particular machine, the Egg Robo busts out the other machine in which Sonic normally would fight at the end of Launch Base Zone, but you fight it here. Okay, what the hell? Why is it that sometimes the rings go through the floor and other times they don't do that? Alright, I'm gonna save here. Quick save. Because I knew that was gonna happen right away. Okay. This encounter, you want to utilize Knuckles' glide and try to slam yourself into the machine. Oh boy, was not expecting that. If this thing grabs you, then you're gonna get slam jammed into the frickin' ground, and that's not a fun time for anyone. Okay, that was bullshit. There's no way that should have killed me there. It was like I phased through it. And again, the same thing happened. It's like he and I took a hit at the same exact time. Maybe there's a sweet spot that I hit that caused us both to get hit at the same time? I don't know. If anyone has any guesses, let me know. Keep calm, everything's fine. Everything will work out, just like that. What did I tell you? Okay. There we go. All done. All done with that, and all done with the first half of this game. Next stop is the second half. And I still don't have all the Chaos Emeralds yet, so that's kind of concerning. Okay, like I said though, I am definitely going to call it quits here for today, just because of the fact that we are over the 3-hour mark. So, I'm just going to go ahead and end things here for today. Excuse me. This is General Snivy with the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles playthrough. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you were able to attend the live stream live, thank you for attending. Next time I'll stream this game again, it'll be 2020. So, at this point, I'm going to be taking off for the holidays, and I will be back streaming again on January the 6th of 2020. Hope you all have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and stay safe out there, as there's always someone out there who loves you. Trust me. There is. Alright, with that, I'm done. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I will see you all next time for more Sonic 3 and Knuckles action in 2020. See you all then.